Hey everyone, I'm Team Splenda, but you can call me Splenda. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel, and a special thank you to everyone for watching this video. This is my first video I'm posting to YouTube. I hope you appreciate it, and if anything, you'll give me the thumbs up if you like this video, or even leave me a comment down below with how better ways I can film and edit, as I'm trying various different techniques to do things and trying to make these videos better, and I'm just starting the learning phase, so any criticism or any feedback would be better. Let me introduce myself more properly. I go by Team Splenda, but you can just call me Splenda for short. Not only have I been an avid collector on and off for around 20 years and an avid gamer for around 30 years on and off, but I also do photography on the side. I've been doing photography for over 5 years, and you can follow me on my Instagram page at team_Splenda, which you can also find in the link in the description below, and hopefully you will go over there and follow me. I do a lot of cosplay photography. I travel to conventions across the country and meet so many amazing cosplayers and people, and I made so many amazing friends and people on that platform, so hopefully you will go over there and follow me and support all the wonderful people that are on that platform. Let me be the first to welcome you to my bedroom/collection room. So behind me is where I keep all my anime, manga, and video games and other collectibles that I've collected over the years. Right now I'm in the process of reconstructing my office to not only still be my office, but a game room as well. So I'm hoping in the future, with other future videos coming along this year, that I'll be moving into that room so I can film more in there. I want this channel and platform to be used about talking about video games, not only about talking about my collection library that I'm going to be showing in the next upcoming videos, but to also talk about hidden gems, rare titles, cheap titles, exclusives, talk more in depth about games, getting into the research of why certain games are the way they are, talk about franchises and the history of franchises, because there's a lot of topics I want to talk about, like the history of Final Fantasy, the trials and tribulations of the Halo franchise, Gears of War going to just Gears, as a couple of examples. But before we continue onward with video game content like that, let me show you my physical media library. So, at the time of recording this, I have 11 consoles, technically 14, with 3 of the 11 consoles being backwards compatible, the PS2 to the PS1, the Nintendo Wii to the GameCube, and the 3DS to the DS. So across those 14 platforms, I have amassed a collection of over 525 titles. Now, across those platforms, that's not a lot compared to other YouTube and content creators out there you'll see. But this is a collection I'm very proud of, I'm very happy to own, as all these games I purchased, they all have a history of provenance to me. And these are games that hold a special place, as I picked up these games just because, for whatever various reasons I chose. But I'm very happy to own these. And I would love for you guys to see what I have, because there might be some games that you may not be aware exist out for these consoles, or maybe not be aware of what games have. I can't tell you how many times I would overlook a game, but then I see a YouTuber or content creator post about the game and they show gameplay and footage of it, and it looks amazing, and I would go pick it up. And I'm hoping that maybe you can do the same thing, that maybe you'll see games in my collection that you weren't aware existed, and I can talk more about them, so that way you'd be more interested in picking them, because I guarantee you there's probably going to be a lot of games that you probably overlooked that you didn't realize were actually as fun as they were. Today we're going to talk about my Xbox One physical media library, and at the time of recording this, I have just around 27 titles for the Xbox One console. Admittedly, when it came to the Xbox One, and admittedly, with all the consoles I own from Microsoft, the Xbox One, the 360, and the original, the Xbox One wasn't my personal favorite. And the only reason why was I really enjoyed the original. I really loved the 360, and 360 really got me back into gaming. But when it came to the Xbox One, the anticipation, the hype, with all the hype that the 360 had, the amazing ride, the amazing sales, the popularity of the console entirely, the Xbox One had a lot to really, follow up on. And for anyone who ever saw that conference, when they officially announced the launch date, the specs, pretty much everything to do with the console, it was terrible. Everything that we didn't want, they were doing. Some of the things they were doing were the Kinect was bundled mandatory with the console. They try to make your console the all-in-one multimedia device, which, is great. My Xbox One currently is in my room as to stream Hulu, go on YouTube, play my Xbox One titles, and even be a Blu-ray player when necessary. But it was the fact that they wanted you to hook your cable into it and make your Kinect be the one that changed the channels. One of the worst parts, too, was this is at the time they were trying to also cut the middleman. They were trying to cut out, like, GameStop and other stores that were trying to sell games brand new. And they were trying to do this by instituting a little registration that when you bought a game new, you had to wait a couple of hours before you could play the game, because the game had to register. And if you bought a used game, you either would not register playing the game, or you would actually have to buy a separate registration code or fee to be able to play that used game on this console. And the price was so high, it just really turned me off about the Xbox One. Eventually, I did get one. Thank you to my best friends for getting me one. And it came bundled with the Assassin's Creed Unity and Black Flag games. I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed, so that was a great bundle package for me. But it was just something that I wasn't interested in. And when it came to the Xbox One, it was more, there was a lot of games for the 360 and the original that I really wanted to get updates for. And I looked at that console as more as getting a lot of those updates, or getting game franchises like Assassin's Creed that originally got on the digital version, but getting physical versions and collecting more Assassin's Creed on the Xbox One as an example. Just a couple of notes before we check out my game library. When it comes to my Xbox One library, I keep my Xbox One, my 360, and my original games all together, but all in alphabetical order. And how I sort it out is, if it's part of a franchise, even if the name is not the same, but if it's part of the franchise, I will keep it with it. And I also try to keep them in chronological order of how you should play the game. So a lot of these games might be out of order, because if they're part of a franchise, whether it be a prequel or sequel, I will usually keep them together, and I will keep them in order of how you should play the game if you were to play them in sequential order. All right, let's go check out my Xbox One library. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Assassin's Creed Unity. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and this is the limited edition version. Assassin's Creed Chronicles. BioShock: The Collection. Dead Island, the Definitive Collection. Dead or Alive 5, Last Round. Dead or Alive 6. Dead Rising. Dead Rising 2. Dead Rising 3, and this is considered the Day 1 edition. Dead Rising 4. Evolve. Gears of War Ultimate Edition with the Rare Replay Collection and a dual bundle pack. Gears of War 4. Gears 5. Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Halo 5 Guardians. Halo Wars 2, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Mass Effect Andromeda, Prototype, the Biohazard bundle, Red Dead Redemption 2, see all my Xbox One games all together like that, as opposed to being grouped together with the 360 and the original games. Oh, I can't wait to get more games to the Xbox One. Honestly, I'm missing out on so many great exclusive titles. Sunset Overdrive, the State of Decay franchise, ReCore, or even get independent titles. I've been looking at other platforms like Cuphead and Bendy and the Ink Machine. Honestly, those games look amazing from the gameplay and the footage I've seen from it. And I want to get like a lot of the survival horror titles, along with Daymare, Dying Light, even the Dark Pictures anthology with The Quarry and Remothered, as a couple of games that seem to be very interesting. And right now with the Xbox One seeming to be very cheap right now, it seems like I keep finding a lot of games that are just within like the $20 park range, even lower, and even the more expensive titles that go above the $20 are Deadpool, the Alan Wake remaster, and games like that I've been seeing that have been going over the $20 mark. But I want to see about trying to find a really good deal to get like a good stack of Xbox One titles and be able to pay like a really, like, even if it's a good high price, but if I can get like a good stack of Xbox One titles, I would be really interested in getting a good stack of them and trying to get games like Cyberpunk 2077 or even Bully, because I've never actually played Bully on the PlayStation 2 or even the 360, so I'd be trying to get those kinds of games. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and leave a comment down below with some of your favorite Xbox One games that you would recommend to me to pick up for my collection. I have a list right now of Xbox One titles I'm looking to collect and stuff that I'm interested in, but there might be some I'm overlooking, and I would love to hear some recommendations, some Xbox One titles that you would recommend from your collection to me. And if you want to help grow this channel and support this channel, you can always hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to always be updated when more videos come out for this channel. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next video, and if you'll excuse me, I'm going to make food before finishing Gears of War 3.